you alone? In the dead of night, if you turn your radio to the right frequency, you might just hear something terrifying. On December 1987, for 6 long hours, one Ohio radio station played only static and a voice in an unknown language. Hundreds of listeners reported hearing the same terrifying words over and over again. But when the station's owner arrived to investigate, he found nothing out of the ordinary, and no recording of the broadcast has ever been found. It began like any other day in the small town of Piqua, Ohio. At around 8 p.m., a local DJ was playing a normal selection of pop hits when the power suddenly went out, plunging the town into darkness. For a moment, there was only silence. Then a strange voice began speaking in a language no one could understand. The DJ tried to make contact with the station's owner, but he couldn't get through. So he did the only thing he could think of. He turned off the lights and listened. For the next 6 hours, the voice continued speaking in its unknown language, occasionally interrupted by what sounded like screams in the distance. Then, just as abruptly as it began, it ended. When the station owner arrived at the building, he found that the front door had been locked from the inside. And when he finally got inside, he found that all of the equipment was completely fine. Nothing had been tampered with, and there was no sign of a break-in. The only thing out of place was the DJ's car keys, which were normally kept on a hook by the front door. But that night, they were lying on the floor. Over the next few days, hundreds of people contacted the station to report that they had heard the same strange broadcast, and many of them had written down the words they had heard. But when the station owner checked the broadcast log, there was no record of it, and to this day, no one knows what the voice was saying or where it came from. Some believe it was a government broadcast testing the new AM/FM radio band. Others believe it was a prank by a group of rogue DJs. But the most terrifying theory is that it was something else entirely, a message from beyond the grave. Are you scared of the dark? If you want to hear more scary stories, stay tuned. And remember, some stories are best left untold.